Today, I have something truly fascinating to share with you, something that might change how you interact with one of nature's most beloved creatures, the humble snail. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Imagine this, you're out for a walk on a warm summer evening when you spot a tiny, delicate creature clinging to the sidewalk. It's a snail, its shell spiraling beautifully against the pavement. What do? Most people would pick it up and move it to safety without giving it much thought. But today I want to tell you that there's a right way and a wrong way to help this little guy. Let me paint you a picture of what happens when we pick up snails incorrectly. You reach down with your fingers, grab the shell or the foot, and lift straight up. It seems harmless enough, but let me tell you, it can be incredibly dangerous for the snail. Here's why. The mantle is like the heart of the snail's body. It's a soft muscle that clings to the inside of the shell, secreting calcium carbonate to maintain its structure. When we lift a snail abruptly, this delicate connection between the mantle and the shell can break. Imagine pulling off your skin, painful, right? That's what happens when we handle them carelessly. Now, picture this. You're walking down the street and spot a snail that could easily get crushed by passers-by. What would you do? Most people might think lifting it up is fine, but let me show you the right way to save its life. Instead of grabbing it directly, try sliding your fingers under the shell gently until the snail detaches from the surface. Alternatively, give the shell a little poke to make the snail retract into itself before lifting it up. This simple change can mean the difference between life and death for our tiny friend. But what if you've already picked one up incorrectly? What then? The mantle collapse can be devastating. It's like tearing off the protective skin that shields vital organs, causing immense pain and suffering. You might see a collapsed mantle as just a sock covering its body, no proper cavity to retract into, making it impossible for the snail to protect itself from predators or harsh conditions. And here's where things get truly heartbreaking. A mantle collapse can lead to suffocation or starvation. Imagine being unable to breathe properly because your shell is no longer sealed correctly. The pressure on their lungs is immense, and they struggle just to move around. It's a slow and painful death, devoid of the comfort that comes from retracting into their shell. But there's hope. If you notice signs of mantle collapse in your pet snail or one you've rescued, use clove oil as an anesthetic and then humanely euthanize it by freezing it. This might sound harsh, but it's far kinder than letting them suffer a slow death from suffocation or starvation. Now, let's talk about why this matters. Snails are more than just little creatures. They're living beings with the capacity to feel pain and fear. Think back to when you first learned that newborn babies can indeed feel pain. It was a revelation that shifted our understanding of care. Why should snails be any different? We treat dogs, cats, and other pets with respect and kindness. Shouldn't we do the same for these delicate creatures? I've seen so many people express concern about how they might have hurt a snail in the past without knowing better. Don't feel guilty. Knowledge is power, and now you know how to save them properly. If you keep pet snails or come across one that needs help, remember this method. It could mean all the difference. And for those of us who love these tiny wonders, there's a whole community out there dedicated to keeping and caring for snails as pets. Check out Rye Snails on Reddit. It's full of tips, tricks, and stories about these fascinating creatures. But here's the real question. Why do we care? Why should we take the time to learn how to handle something as small as a snail with such precision and respect? It comes down to empathy. We're all living beings, each with our own struggles and vulnerabilities. By showing compassion even for the smallest creatures in our world, we honor that shared experience of being alive. So next time you see a snail on your walk, take a moment. Slide your hand underneath gently, or give it a little poke to retract before lifting it up. You might just save its life, and maybe learn something about empathy and care along the way. Remember, every small act can make a big difference. And if this has sparked your interest in learning more about snails, there's a whole world of information out there waiting for you. Let's keep spreading this message of kindness, one little shell at a time. Thanks for joining me today. If you found this as fascinating and important as I did, please share it with others who might benefit from knowing how to care for these tiny wonders properly. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode where we explore the world around us in new and meaningful ways. Until next time.